Greetings from Spirit Quest Sedona Retreats, the place for healing, self-growth, and relationship repair. Thanks for joining us.
Hello and welcome. This is Jessica from Spirit Quest Sedona Retreats. And today we're going to be talking and addressing the different dimensions and ideas around self-esteem. Self-esteem is a very complex topic. It's something that I think everybody could take a look at continually through one's life to just make sure that their self-perceptions and self-worth are evolving with them and healing and improving as we age. It's a complex topic because self-esteem and self-worth is really rooted in quite a few different things. One being belief sets, two being conditioning, three being self-perceptions and identity, and four, outward impressions in terms of our worthiness. So we'll go into those with more depth, but I wanted to talk about self-esteem and self-worth because it's such an important thing. It really is how we see ourselves is how we're going to see others. How we feel about ourselves is how we're going to feel about others. So much of how we perceive and engage with the world is going to be dependent on how we feel about ourselves. So when we have great self-confidence and self-worth, we're really rooted and grounded in our authentic essence, our true self. We are in higher self state. We are loving and open, and we see others as loving and open. We see each person as valuable. And but if we are in a perspective that we are less than, we aren't able to be open and loving, we think that we're not worthy, we're carrying around this backpack of low self-worth, low self-esteem, poor self-confidence, identity rooted in ego, and that's what we're going to see in others. So what we want to do is really start deconstructing the false identity, because that's really where those tricky false beliefs get sort of structured in and set, is when we're growing up and we're watching to see who we are in relation to role models or people of authority in our childhood. So as we're growing, we are trying to merge our heart, our intuition, our different senses with what we're feeling and experiencing the world, then with our mental thought processes, and then ego construct. So it's all getting built simultaneously as we experience life. And it's also our fragile human psyche is also being formed, and identity being formed by the relationships we have. That's why it's so important that we realize that we are the projector and we are going to see what we are in the world. What we want to do is really go back to that impressionable mental state, impressionable intuitive state, impressionable inner child state, where we can start to question some of that imprinting and conditioning of worthiness, where really start questioning, why did I start thinking I was less than? Where did I pick up the concept that my body isn't beautiful, that I have to look this certain way in order to be beautiful? And start deconstructing some of those beliefs about yourself, and challenge those, and realize that, oh my gosh, that was my grandmother's belief that women had to be a certain size. She always made comments about this, and so I just, like a little sponge, I absorbed that, and now I'm starting to challenge those beliefs and actually expel that belief, because I don't believe that. I think all bodies are beautiful, and so writing it out, really getting clear on where those beliefs started and where it formed. And I really am a big fan of timelines. I think it's really powerful to list it all out there, from birth until maybe 15, 16, even 18, and really put those big points of impression. Okay, this was really impressionable to me. This is what I picked up. I spent a lot of time with this person and list out their qualities. This is the cultural conditioning that was present. This was the inner dynamics of the family. This is how I watched my mother model certain behaviors, my mother model certain emotional traits or skills or insufficient emotional intelligence. Same thing with Dad. Okay, and how's my ego starting to form its concept about safety? What is safety to me? And that's really what the ego is trying to do, is keep things normal and to keep you safe, and doesn't like change. So it's really understanding where the ego formed and where those big hits in terms of identity took. We want to liberate the good things, but we don't want to really boost that ego side where it's self-esteem about how I look. That's more surface level stuff. We really want to build on intrinsic values. Intrinsic values are internal aspects that will increase self-worth. Worthiness. What's worthiness about? It's about having value. It's about deep meaning. How can you prove to yourself that you're valuable, right? So it's building those qualities and characteristics that are really, they're things that you respect and honor. No one else is going to be able to crack you open and really look in and say, wow, I'm going to validate those deep intrinsic values, maybe over a long-term relationship, but not, you want to do that with yourself. You want to be able to really reaffirm and validate your intrinsic values. So it's really all about letting go, and then seeing those amazing parts of you that make you, those unique qualities that are intrinsic, and really starting to build that character, build that integrity in that character, really having that follow through. Self-esteem is directly related to integrity. So if you know that your word is not solid, you promise things that you know you can't come through on, you tell people things that are not true, your word is incongruent, you think negative thoughts about people, you judge people, you criticize people, you don't do what you say you're going to do, you cut corners, you cheat on people, you lie to people, you bend the truth ever so slightly, you aren't reliable. So not to go into those negative things, but I'm trying to just show you that all those things someone knows about, and that's you. And every time you do those things, you know that you're doing that, and that damages your self-worth. Man, I don't do what I say I'm gonna do. People can't rely on me. Man, I have gossip inside my mind. I think some bad thoughts about people. Therefore, I must be bad, or I'm not trustworthy. I'm not dependable. I'm not gonna be reliable. So we want to really push those away, and through the consistency is really where it's at. Of consistency, stability, showing up, really doing the right thing when you're tempted, doing the right thing, and then when you close your eyes at night, it's like, oh man, I'm a good person. I do what I say I'm gonna do, and I think nice thoughts about people. I'm a good person. Then when you can really build that character and that self-esteem and self-worth by being worthy and valuable, you know you're worth it because you do the work. There's no question in your mind of, am I worthy? Yes, of course you're worthy, because you've done all the work. You've done the work to deserve it. You're deserving when you have great integrity. You're deserving when you follow through on your agreement because you did it. You didn't do it haphazard, therefore you really don't deserve it. When you know you really don't deserve it, then worthiness is really going to get triggered. You're going to get triggered all over the place and blame it on other people because you know that you don't have the follow through and your integrity is not really worth a lot. So you see what I'm saying there? Okay. Worthiness is all about deep intrinsic values that you know you have, you know that you show up for, you know you're deserving because you did it. It's almost like a job. You know, if you do that job 100%, you're going to know that you deserve that raise. But if you're just squeaking through and cutting corners and you know deep inside you want the raise, but you know you don't deserve it, there's going to be some issues there, and you might get triggered and project on your boss if you don't get it. So, so that's a really important thing. Another thing is really seeing where you're gifted. So we have certain gifts that we want to really explore. They're divinely given gifts, and they look different in each person. Everybody's got a gift. So I don't like it when I talk to people and this, well, I'm not gifted. No, there's a purpose for your life. You're uniquely special. You are unique and deeply special. There's nobody exactly like you. You are needed on this planet. We need your perspective. We need your ideas. We need to understand how information flows through you, how you see. We don't want the wounded ego part, but we need the higher self-evolved part that's working on their gifts, right? Gifts to serve mankind, usually typically with our evolution. So really, after doing your healing and really working on your character and intrinsic values and integrity and those things, then I really love to have a whole journal prompt, and maybe I'll create some journal prompts for these, but listing out where you're gifted. So it's like, I know that I have this confidence and this self-worth and this great self-esteem because I do esteemable acts. I have good integrity. I follow through on my word. I don't think garbage thoughts that are not helpful to my fellow man or myself. I have great self-worth because I don't fall into the old paradigm of body shaming and oppression of the female form or objectifying the female form. Right? We're challenging that. We love our bodies, we honor our bodies, and we're gifted. So listing out the gifts, those intrinsic qualities and gift and skill set, and seeing where you really shine. Oh, yay. Oh, I'm so amazing. I'm such an incredible cook. I have such an amazing ability to share with my hands. I'm an artist, a musician. I'm intuitive. I'm psychic. I can sing. I can dance. I inspire people. So listing that out, and another part is really working on your energy centers. Energy centers are going to be really important. So it's body, consciousness, energy body, really getting into the solar plexus. Solar plexus is like a shield of beauty coming forth out. It's really the shield of perceptions. It's the shield of esteem. It's the identity center. Who am I? Who am I? It's rooted in really understanding my true essence is confident because I know who I am. My feet are placed on this earth, and I have my identity rooted in higher self, which is all the beauty of human kindness, all the beauty of giving and being presence. And I would definitely work on every day trying to liberate higher self aspects. So how do you know when you're operating in your higher self? How do you know when you're operating out of your ego? How do you know when your ego is getting triggered and becoming more and more and more and more and more and more conscious and aware of how you perceive others, those deeper judgments and criticisms that may flow in the backstory, and really getting those to hush out so that you can just be present and loving and open and honest and trusting of people, being trustworthy and trusting, and really work on that. So I hope that was helpful to help to build intrinsic values for self-esteem and self-worth, do inner child work around worthiness, breaking those belief systems of impressions about self-esteem, and helping you to build in those affirmations that help to really remind you of how amazing, how worthy, incredible you are each day. Thank you so much.